Aaron and Teyana. Aaron and Teyana.
Baby, as soon as I seen these pictures circulating last night, my little crush on him just disappeared immediate.
The world thought they had seen it all, the tension, the heartbreak, the public drama. But no one was prepared for what came next. Hollywood's favorite power couple, Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, have been through it all, breakups, makeups, and everything in between. But when Teyana made an announcement that took everyone by surprise, the fallout was more explosive than anyone could have predicted. Teyana Taylor, in a shocking social media post, announced that she's pregnant, but not by Iman. No, this time, it's Pierre, the actor who's been linked to Teyana for months now. What happened next? Iman's reaction was nothing short of catastrophic. Reports have surfaced that he collapsed right in front of his closest friends and family, overcome by an overwhelming rush of emotion. What's even more surprising is that this is not just about Teyana's pregnancy announcement. This is about an emotional breakdown, a man's pride crumbling, and a love triangle that no one could have predicted. What went down between Teyana, Iman, and Aaron? Let's break it all down. It was a regular Thursday when Teyana Taylor, in her usual bold and unapologetic fashion, posted a picture on Instagram that made waves in Hollywood and beyond. The image was simple, a black and white photo of Teyana cradling her growing baby bump. The caption, a brief yet powerful statement, read, "Our little one is on the way, and we couldn't be happier." Instantly, her followers exploded with congratulations, admiration, and love. Fans were happy for Teyana. After all, she had been through so much, and now she had a reason to celebrate. But there was something that didn't sit right with many, the fact that this announcement was so public, so direct, and so final. But here's where things took a turn. No one could have predicted what came next. The reaction to Teyana's post was not what anyone expected. Less than 24 hours later, shocking footage began circulating on social media, showing Iman Shumpert at a high-profile event in Los Angeles. The video, recorded by a guest at the event, shows Iman walking calmly through the crowd before suddenly stumbling. He looks pale, his face tense, as if he's fighting to keep himself together. Then, in an instant, he collapses in front of everyone, his body going limp as people rush to help him. Witnesses report that Iman was visibly shaken, unable to stand on his own. He was supported by friends, who quickly ushered him backstage. It was clear to anyone watching, this wasn't a moment of physical exhaustion. This was an emotional collapse. When Iman was later asked about the incident, he remained silent, his face a mixture of disbelief and sadness. Some sources claim he was unable to speak about what had happened, only shaking his head in disbelief. But insiders say that Iman was more than just physically overwhelmed. What caused Iman's emotional breakdown? Sources close to him reveal that it wasn't just the pregnancy announcement. No, it was everything that led up to it. The jealousy, the feelings of betrayal, and the years of unresolved emotions between Iman and Teyana had been building for months. And when Teyana announced that she was pregnant with Pierre's child, it was the final blow. Iman's family and friends say that he had been struggling with the idea of Teyana moving on for some time. He couldn't stand seeing her happy with someone else, especially someone as close to her as Aaron. The rumors about Teyana and Aaron had been swirling for months, but when Iman found out she was carrying Aaron's child, it shattered him. He felt replaced, rejected, and helpless. Sources close to Teyana reveal that she tried to make peace with Iman before making the announcement. They spoke privately, trying to work through their feelings. But every time Teyana tried to reassure Iman that there was no ill will, he would shut her down, his pride and ego standing in the way of any kind of reconciliation. For Teyana, this was a new chapter, one she'd been waiting for, hoping for, and working toward. But for Iman, it was the end of an era. It was a loss he couldn't bear. To understand why Iman's reaction was so intense, you have to look at the relationship between Iman and Aaron. From the very beginning, there was tension. It wasn't just about Teyana's affection, it was about status, jealousy, and pride. Pierre entered Teyana's life at a time when she was already dealing with personal and professional upheaval. But Aaron didn't just come into her life, he became her emotional support, her confidant, and, eventually, someone more than just a friend. Their connection was undeniable, and everyone who witnessed it could see the chemistry. Iman, however, saw this as a direct challenge to his position in Teyana's life. His jealousy grew as Aaron and Teyana spent more time together. It wasn't just a matter of moving on, it was about who was taking his place in the public eye. And when Teyana announced she was pregnant with Aaron's child, Iman saw it as the ultimate betrayal. For Teyana, the decision to announce her pregnancy wasn't easy. She had been trying to keep her relationship with Aaron low-key for months, protecting her family from the drama and the media. But the reality was clear. Her relationship with Aaron was real, and it was time to share it with the world. "I just want to be happy," Teyana said in an interview a few months prior. "I've worked hard for this piece. I can't keep living in the past." Even as Teyana tried to move forward, the emotional complexities of her past with Iman loomed large. Despite her efforts to embrace a new chapter in her life, Teyana couldn't ignore the fact that Iman was still struggling. She genuinely cared about him, and a part of her still wanted to protect him, especially for the sake of their daughter. Their relationship may have been fractured, but she longed for peace and harmony in the co-parenting arrangement. However, Iman's actions made that nearly impossible to achieve. His jealousy and emotional instability only created more chaos, making it difficult for Teyana to find any sense of tranquility in her personal life. His erratic behavior kept disrupting the balance she was striving for, and the tension between them grew even more strained. Though she cared for Iman, Teyana's primary focus shifted to her daughter and the future she was building with Aaron. Her determination to make this new chapter work was unwavering, even though it meant navigating through the emotional fallout from her complicated past with Iman. The decision to move on wasn't easy, and the challenges were far from over. Teyana knew that facing Iman's wrath would be part of the journey, but for her own peace of mind and the sake of her daughter's well-being, she was ready to do whatever it took to embrace a healthier, more fulfilling future with Aaron by her side. The public reaction to the unfolding drama was swift and intense. When the news broke, fans wasted no time voicing their opinions on social media. Some expressed sympathy for Iman, feeling sorry for him and blaming Teyana for moving on with Aaron so soon after their relationship ended. These fans argued that Teyana's decision had left Iman heartbroken, and they empathized with his pain. They believed he was a victim in this situation and that Teyana should have given him more time to heal. On the other hand, many fans rallied behind Teyana, applauding her strength for standing up for her happiness and moving forward from a relationship that no longer served her. They saw Teyana as a strong woman who had the courage to leave behind a toxic situation and choose herself and her future over the pain of the past. "Iman needs to stop acting like he's the victim," one fan tweeted. "He had his chance with Teyana. Now it's Aaron's turn to make her happy." The debate continued to rage online, with each side defending their perspective. While some fans remained loyal to Iman, believing he had been wronged, others recognized Teyana's right to choose her happiness and move on with her life. The drama played out on social media, with people offering their opinions, sharing personal stories, and even criticizing one another. Through it all, Teyana remained focused on what mattered most, her daughter's well-being and her future with Aaron. Others weren't so sure, with many suggesting that Iman's emotional reaction was valid. He's been with Teyana for years. Of course, this would be hard for him. But it's time to let go and move on, Iman. As the drama continued to unfold, Teyana's fans became more vocal in their defense of her. They posted messages of support, sending love and strength as she prepared to welcome her second child. But the question remained, what now for Teyana, Iman, and Aaron? After the public collapse, Iman's career took an unexpected turn. Fans began questioning his emotional stability, and his public persona began to shift. Brands, once eager to partner with him, started distancing themselves. For Iman, this was more than just a public breakdown. It was the result of months of emotional turmoil. According to insiders, he was facing a personal crisis. He was no longer the NBA star he once was. His career outside of basketball had plateaued, and now, with the pregnancy announcement, he was dealing with the collapse of his family and the possibility of never reconciling with Teyana. What comes next for Iman? Does he try to repair his relationship with Teyana, or does he move forward on his own, dealing with the emotional fallout in private? For Teyana, there's no going back. She's made it clear that her future lies with Aaron and her growing family. But despite the drama surrounding her, she's determined to keep her peace. She's focusing on her career, her upcoming music, and her role as a mother. The pregnancy announcement may have caused waves in her personal life, but in Teyana's world, she's focused on building the life she's always wanted, one free from the toxicity of her past. Sources close to her say that this chapter of her life is one of clarity and strength. She's more focused on her happiness than ever before, a friend shared. Teyana's ready to create the life she deserves. She's done with the drama. But will Iman ever accept this? Will he continue to struggle with his feelings for Teyana, or will he finally let her go? And how will Aaron handle the pressure of being thrust into the public spotlight as Teyana's partner and father-to-be? The emotional fallout from this announcement is far from over. Fans are waiting for more twists, more secrets, and more shocking revelations. This story is only beginning, and as Teyana prepares for the next phase of her life, everyone is asking, what's next? What do you think about Teyana's announcement? Was Iman's breakdown a sign of real emotional turmoil, or is he simply unable to let go? Should Teyana have handled things differently, or is this her time to shine with Aaron? Drop your theories and thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because when the dust settles, we'll be here to break it all down. This is the story of heartbreak, redemption, and the price of moving on. And we're just getting started.